You know, there's a story I read once about a frog. You've probably heard it. If you drop a frog into a pot of boiling water, it'll jump straight out. But if you put it in a pot of cool, comfortable water and then slowly, gradually, turn up the heat, it won't notice the change. It'll just sit there, acclimatizing, adjusting until it's cooked alive. We all hear that story and we think, what a stupid frog. But we are the frog, and the water is our comfort, and the heat has been turning up for years. Here is a fact you probably don't know, a fact that should terrify you. Neuroscientists have a term for the process by which your brain solidifies your daily habits into your permanent identity. It's called Hebb's law. Neurons that fire together, wire together. Every time you choose the path of least resistance, every time you hit the snooze button, every time you scroll instead of study, every time you choose the easy job over the meaningful one, you are not just making a lazy choice. You are physically, biologically, carving a new pathway in your brain. You are literally rewiring your own mind for mediocrity. You are building a neurological cage, synapse by synapse. And you are the one who will throw away the key. I want you to think about the most comfortable bed you've ever slept in. The kind you sink into, where the weight of your body just disappears, where the world outside the blanket ceases to exist. It feels like safety, doesn't it? Like peace. Now, I want you to imagine that same bed after you've been in it for a month. The sheets are stained. The room smells stale. Your muscles have atrophied to the point where standing is a monumental effort. The peace has curdled into paralysis. That bed is no longer a refuge. It is a medical cot. This is not a metaphor. This is what is happening to your spirit, to your ambition, to your very life force. Every single day you choose comfort over challenge. We are sold comfort as the ultimate goal. A comfortable salary, a comfortable relationship, a comfortable life. We are told to protect our peace, to curate a life free from stress and friction. And so we do. We take the job that pays just enough and demands even less. We stay in the relationship that doesn't set our soul on fire, but also doesn't start any arguments. We come home, we order food, we watch another episode. We slip into the warm, soothing waters of distraction. We are not living. We are waiting. We are waiting for a moment that will never come, because the moment for greatness is never comfortable. Let me tell you a story about a man I used to be. I had a job in a gray cubicle in a gray office in a gray part of the city. My biggest daily challenge was deciding what to order for lunch. My most ambitious goal was making it to the weekend. I was comfortable. I had a direct deposit that hit my account every other Friday. I had health insurance. I had a Netflix subscription. And I remember one Tuesday afternoon, staring at a spreadsheet until the numbers blurred, and a thought entered my mind, so quiet and so horrifying that I almost dismissed it. The thought was, I could do this for the next 30 years, and then I will die. It wasn't a thought of despair. It was worse. It was a thought of acceptance. My comfort had become a consent form for a slow, quiet death of the soul. I had traded my potential for predictability. This is the trade. This is the small, silent transaction you make every single day. You don't make it with a signature or a handshake. You make it when you choose to watch one more video instead of working on your business plan. You make it when you choose to stay silent in a meeting instead of voozing your brilliant idea. You make it when you choose to go to the familiar bar with the familiar friends instead of going to that networking event where you don't know a soul. Every time you choose comfort, you are not just avoiding discomfort. You are paying for that avoidance with a piece of your future self. You are trading a bit of your strength for a moment of ease, a bit of your courage for a moment of safety, a bit of your discipline for a moment of laziness. You are selling off your ambition, share by share, to the highest bidder, which is your own fear. And the most insidious part is that you don't feel weaker. Not at first. It's not like you go to the gym one day and can't lift the weight you could yesterday. Note, it's a slow decay. It's the hunger that fades so gradually you forget you were ever hungry. It's the voice of your big, audacious dreams that gets quieter and quieter, until one day you realize it's been years since you last heard it. You think you're protecting your peace, but you're just soundproofing the walls of your cage. You are the zookeeper of your own imprisonment, polishing the bars and wondering why the view never changes. Discipline is not a punishment. It is the price of admission to a life that matters. And comfort is not a reward. It is the bribe you accept to stay out of the game. Think about your body. What happens to a muscle that is never tested? It becomes weak. It atrophies. It loses its capacity to perform. It becomes a liability instead of an asset. Your mind, your spirit, your courage, these are all muscles. And comfort is the cast you willingly place them in. You are immobilizing your own potential. And then you wonder why you feel so weak when life, as it inevitably does, demands that you lift something heavy. I remember reading about prisoners of war who were kept in solitary confinement. The ones who survived, the ones who kept their minds intact, were not the ones who rested. They were the ones who created brutal, rigorous routines for themselves. They would do push-ups on the cold floor until their arms gave out. They would trace maps from memory on the walls with a fingernail. They would recite poetry, solve complex math problems in their heads. Anything to create friction. Anything to create a challenge. They understood on a primal level that without challenge the mind turns on itself. It begins to digest its own substance. Comfort, in that context, was the fast track to madness. And in our context, our comfortable, temperature-controlled, pre-digested world, comfort is the fast track to a different kind of madness. The madness of irrelevance. The madness of a life lived as a footnote. There is a pain that comes from striving, from failing, from pushing yourself beyond what you thought was possible. It is a sharp, clean pain. It is the pain of a muscle tearing and then rebuilding itself stronger. It is productive pain. And then there is the pain of comfort. This is a dull, aching, chronic pain. It is the pain of regret. It is the pain of wondering what if. It is the pain of watching someone else live the life you were meant to live. It is the pain of a soul rusting from the inside out. This second pain, the pain of comfort, is infinitely worse, because the first pain leads to growth. The second pain leads only to more pain. Let's talk about your identity. Who are you? Are you the person who gets up early, who trains their body, who reads difficult books, who pursues a vision that keeps them up at night? Or are you the person who sleeps in, who snacks mindlessly, who consumes endless content, who follows a path that was laid down by someone else? You are not a fixed entity. You are a river, constantly flowing, constantly being shaped. And every choice for comfort is a dam you build across your own current. You are redirecting your own flow from a mighty river that carves canyons into a sluggish stream that slowly evaporates in the sun. I want you to imagine your future self, not the one that is a slightly older, slightly wealthier version of who you are now. I want you to imagine the version of you that you are truly capable of becoming. The you that is forged in fire and discipline. The you that speaks with conviction, acts with courage, and builds a legacy. Now, I want you to imagine that future self is a real person, living in a parallel timeline. And every time you choose comfort, every time you take the easy way out, you are not just failing yourself in this moment. You are murdering that future self. You are pulling the trigger on the greatest version of you that could have existed. It is a quiet, bloodless, daily assassination. And you are the sole suspect. This is the great confession. This is the thing we are all too afraid to say out loud. Our comfort is a cowardice. It is a fear of ourselves, of our own power, of our own light. We are afraid that if we truly try, we might fail, and that failure would be a verdict on our worth. So we never truly try. We live in the comfortable purgatory of could have been because it's safer than the heaven or hell of I did. We think our comfort is protecting us from the pain of failure, but it is only guaranteeing it. The pain of failure is temporary. The pain of a life unlived is permanent. So what is the way out? How do you turn down the heat before you are boiled alive? You don't need to make a grand dramatic gesture. You don't need to quit your job tomorrow or move to a monastery. That is just another form of escapism, another search for a quick fix. The way out is through 1,000 small, uncomfortable decisions. It starts the moment the alarm goes off. That first decision of the day is the most important political vote you will ever cast. It is a vote for who you are going to be. Do you vote for the comfort of the warm blankets? Or do you vote for the challenge of the cold floor and the morning run? You must become a collector of small discomforts. You must seek them out like treasures. Take the cold shower. Read the difficult book. Have the hard conversation. Write the first page of that novel. Lift the weight that feels a little too heavy. Say no to the party you don't want to go to. Say yes to the opportunity that terrifies you. Every single one of these acts is an act of rebellion. It is you taking a chisel to the neurological cage you built. It is you firing and wiring new circuits. It is you choosing the sharp, clean pain of growth over the dull, chronic pain of decay. This is not about becoming a masochist. It is about becoming an alchemist. You are learning to take the base metal of your discomfort and transmute it into the gold of your character. The discomfort is the fuel. Your will is the fire. And what emerges is a person you can finally respect when you look in the mirror. A person who does what they say they will do. A person who is strong, not because life has been easy, but because they have chosen to make it difficult in all the right ways. I am not asking you to abandon all peace. I am asking you to redefine it. True peace is not the absence of challenge. It is the presence of confidence. It is the deep, resonant knowledge that you can handle whatever life throws at you. The peace that comes from comfort is a false peace. It is the peace of a hostage who has learned to love their captor. The peace that comes from overcoming challenges, from knowing your own strength. That is the only peace that is real. It is the eye of the hurricane. It is unshakable. Your life is a story. And right now, you are the author. Are you writing an epic? A tale of struggle and triumph, of monsters slain and mountains climbed? Or are you writing a manual? A bland, step-by-step guide on how to avoid trouble and die with a full Netflix queue? The protagonist does not grow in the comfortable chapters. The protagonist grows when they are lost in the woods, when their sword is broken, when all hope seems lost. That is the chapter they remember. That's the chapter that changes them. Stop trying to skip to the end of the book where everyone lives happily ever after. The happiness is in the struggle. The meaning is in the fight. So here is your call to action. It is not a complex strategy. It is a simple, brutal, beautiful instruction. Today and every day after this, I want you to do one thing that scares you. Just one. It doesn't have to be big. It just has to be real. Send that email you've been afraid to send. Ask that question you've been afraid to ask. Start that project you've been putting off. Go to the gym and lift one more rep than you think you can. When you feel that pull, that seductive whisper of comfort, telling you to stop, to rest, to quit, I want you to lean in. I want you to acknowledge the fear, thank it for trying to protect you, and then take one more step forward. This is how you turn down the heat. This is how you climb out of the pot. One uncomfortable decision at a time. You are not just saving yourself from being cooked. You are reclaiming your birthright. You are a creature of immense power and potential, and you were not meant to live your life in lukewarm water. You were meant to swim in icy lakes and scale volcanic peaks. You were meant to feel the burn of your muscles and the fire in your heart. So go. Do the hard thing. Embrace the beautiful, terrible, glorious struggle of being fully, completely, uncomfortably alive. The world needs the person you are capable of becoming. Don't you dare let comfort kill them before they ever get a chance to breathe.